Alright, so no sales of yet. This is just going to be an update video. Like I said, no sales. I did spend some time talking to a local business owner, and talking to my wife about different business ideas. The local business owner just took my name and number and stuff. I don't have any business cards yet because I've been wanting to make sure that both my machines are really solid before I really push that. As long as I think when you sign up with Google, there's a $500 credit they gave you, or at least they gave me, for advertising. I don't know how far that will get me. I really doubt it will get me very far, but I want to wait to use that until I know my machines are good. Speaking of, I've spent a lot of time tweaking and messing around with my machines, which has been so frustrating. The biggest thing is because I was using a 0.2 nozzle. I'm very much used to a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, and the 0.2 has been difficult to say the least. However, I think I know what my biggest problem is. I was using not just a 0.2 millimeter nozzle, but also a hardened steel nozzle, because what I was trying to print towards would come into contact with food. Which a brass should be fine, but they do contain trace amounts of lead. And what I'm printing will really just touch food for just a little bit. It's just basically a cookie cutter. It's a cookie cutter and a stamp, that's all it is. Nothing fancy, but I wanted to make them custom, and I wanted to push them through somebody else or not push them, but somebody else wanted to kind of sell them for me and push them through that and through their own stuff. So I think a cookie cutter and stamp would be great with the custom designs I wanted to do. Anyway, I wanted to do some hardened steel, so it really hold on to, or so it wouldn't get any trace amounts of lead or anything. However, that was really hard because I was changing up two variables. I was changing up the nozzle diameter and the nozzle material. Hardened steel has has less heat absorption or retention than brass does, so it takes a lot longer for it to get hot, and I think it dissipates faster. I'm not 100% sure about that, but so I was printing at a lot higher temperatures. Like I was printing PLA at 240 C, which is quite a bit. Signed PLA Plus or Pro or whatever. So that was causing issues. What I've done now is switch over to a 0.3 millimeter brass nozzle. I think that'll kind of give me a good in-between where I should be able to get the details of a 0.2 millimeter nozzle with it being brass. And I'll probably switch back over to a 0.2 millimeter brass nozzle just to kind of mess around with. Ultimately though, this has kind of shown me a lot of my weaknesses, a lot of my areas where I need to get better. So I need to make sure my machines are really good, because if I would have gotten any orders during this week where I was really trying to tune in my machine, that sucks. This machine is great, and I think I could probably make some money off of this machine. And in fact, I have done some. I've gotten a review on a job that I did for my aunt, which I printed some of the stuff on this machine. This machine and my brother's machine when I was out of town, and I printed it for her. Very important to keep your variables one by one if you can. I was printing with 0.2 millimeter nozzle and a completely different material of the nozzle. That was super frustrating. I ended up with a lot of issues that I think I could have avoided had I just stuck to a 0.2 millimeter brass nozzle or something along those lines. Or even I could probably get the same detail of a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, but I really wanted it to come out as crisp as possible and as small as possible. I should have done more research on a 0.2 millimeter nozzle instead of just trying to send it. Got a little too nice. Anyway, remember who you are and make good choices. Thank you very much.